Hi friends, welcome to Foraged in Flora. So on today's episode, we are going to be making red wine braised mushrooms over creamy polenta. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to chop our carrots. And I'm going to just really keep the chop nice and rustic. We're going to put them on a baking sheet and just drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. So the mushrooms that we got for this dish is going to be portobello mushrooms and shiitake mushrooms. Here's a little trick for cooking portobello mushrooms. So what I like to do is pour them out first, and then they have all these gills inside of them, and I like to remove those. Go ahead and just spoon out as much as you can. So this might look like a shit ton of mushrooms, but they're all gonna cook down. Okay, so just kind of give these a rough chop. Down the middle there. This is a really rustic dish, and like I said, especially during these colder months when there's snow on the ground, you really want something comforting and just like
rough chopped.
Rough chopped. Jesus. What we're gonna do now, I have a big cast iron just getting hot back here, and I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of butter and some olive oil. You don't want your pan to be too full, so that's looking pretty good. And I made this dish for the wolf pack. Arr! Yeah, like I can feel when like Kristen is near, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like ding dong. Oh shit. Okay, so these have cooked down a little bit. Before they cook completely, what I like to do is take another cast iron, put it on just like that, and keep an eye on it, but let it start to sizzle and really crisp up those little mushroom edges. Oh yeah. You can impress some people with this little trick. Drink a little wine. Ooh, you can hear them sizzling. That's a good sound. So yeah, you kind of want them to start to look like this. It's got that really rich brown color. Look how little they ended up shrinking down to. So this is why you want so many mushrooms when you do this recipe. And what I'm gonna get started on next is cutting up the shallot and garlic that's gonna saute in the same pan that you basically sauteed all the mushrooms in.
Jeez, it's not a race.
I just want to show my skills off. Okay, so now is when you want to start your polenta. So I'm gonna get a big pot of water boiling, and I like to do a like higher pot like this because the polenta, once it starts getting really hot, it like sends out these freaking like lava bubbles into the air, and you don't want to catch one.
Don't cook it with your shirt off.
Do not cook polenta with your shirt off. Seriously. Catch one of those to the nipple, like a splatter of that to the chest. Okay, so in the same pan that you cooked your mushrooms in, add a little bit more olive oil, just a drizzle, and then add in your garlic and shallot and start to saute those down a little bit. So to the shallot and garlic, I'm gonna add in some fresh rosemary and thyme. And you just want to work quickly here. Don't let the garlic hang out too long, because you want to add in some tomato paste. About 2 tablespoons. And after the tomato paste has been cooking for a little bit, go ahead and add in your red wine. So this can be any red wine that you want, Merlot, Pinot. So you want to cook that red wine out, the alcohol part of it. You want to just keep the flavor. And then now is when you want to add in your veggie stock. 2 cups veggie stock. Ooh, a splatter. And to that, go ahead and add in all of your mushrooms and all of your carrots. Let that come to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and let it just kind of start to thicken. She's a good Bob. Oh, she's a good Bob. She likes polenta. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we got our water boiling, and now is when we wanna add in the polenta. So let that come to a boil and then reduce it down to a simmer. And this will start to thicken also. Oh shit. Okay, so this is what I talked about. The polenta is gonna splatter, so have your lid ready. That was a hot one. That is hot lava. Liquid golden lava. Our polenta is getting a little bit thick, so at this point, go ahead and add in a cup of non-dairy milk. So your polenta is done, and we're gonna add in some butter. There's the butter. Getting mixed around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so good. I'm gonna take the mushrooms off the heat, and I'm gonna add in my frozen peas. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so the dish has come together, you guys, and the thing that you wanna do is put polenta on your plate first. Then I like to make like a little reservoir there to catch all the juices from the mushrooms. Pile on that beautiful braised mushroom mixture. Let's give it a little taste test. Oh my gosh, that just tastes like savory, like cold winter nights. It just is so good, and it's just so warming. And I hope you guys make this for your family and friends, or if you want to just make it for a quick weeknight meal, that's good too. And remember, save a shrimp and make this red wine braised mushroom over creamy polenta dish.